We're going to start with a set of jigs for you, and yep, dance along. you.
Thank you.
Rachel, could we have the stage mix up just a little bit, please? Thanks.
We've got an old song here called The Trois Sisters, and this is, I read an article about this recently, and this is based on some old incident, as a lot of these old ballads are, and it spawned at least 500 versions of the song. And it's based upon the story of one sister who kills her younger sister over a guy.
As a mother, I feel compelled to mention that in general, it's not wise to take advice from an Irish band, so just keep that in mind over the course of the evening.
Right. And so this is the Trois Sisters, trois being the Scottish word for two. That's not a big stretch to figure that out. But
They were 12 sisters side by side, the do-I-dum and the do-I-day. They were 12 sisters side by side, all the boys are born for me. They were 12 sisters side by side, the elder wore young Johnny's knife. I'll be true unto my love if he'll be true to me. Johnny gave the younger a golden ring, a do-I-dum and a do-I-day. Johnny gave the younger a golden ring, all the boys are born for me. Johnny gave the younger a golden ring, he didn't give her sister anything. I'll be true unto my love if he'll be true to me. They went walking on the stony brim, a do-I-dum and a do-I-day. As they went walking on the stony brim,
all the boys are born for me.
As
They went walking on the stony brim.
the elder pushed her sister in. I'll be true unto my love if he'll be true to me. Sister, sister, give your hand to
Do-I-dum and a do-I-day.
Sister, sister, give your hand.
All the boys are born for me.
Sister, sister, give your hand. You can have Johnny and all his land. I'll be true unto my love if he'll be true to me. Sister, I'll not give my hand to
Do-I-dum and a do-I-day.
Sister, I'll not give my hand.
All the boys are born for me. Sister, I'll not give my hand.
But I'll take Johnny and all his land. I'll be true unto my love if he'll be true to me. Where she sung and where she swam, a do-I-dum and a do-I-day. Where she sung and where she swam, all the boys are born for me. Where she sung and where she swam, until she came to the miller's dam. I'll be true unto my love if he'll be true to me. The The miller he took her golden ring, a
Do-I-dum and a do-I-day.
The miller he took her golden ring,
All the boys are born for me.
The miller he took her golden ring, and then he pushed her back again. I'll be true unto my love if he'll be true to me. The miller he was hanged on the mountain head, a
Do-I-dum and a do-I-day.
The miller he was hanged on the mountain head.
All the boys are born for me. The miller he was hanged on a mountain head.
The sister she was boiled in lead. I'll be true unto my love if he'll be true to me. I'll be true unto my love if he'll be true.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We believe that murder ballads should be danceable. That's kind of our motto. And we have a few more dance tunes coming up. I can't see you all very well, but I do see toes tapping and people moving, and that makes us feel like we're doing our job properly. So please don't let us hold you back. This is dance music after all.
And speaking of dance music, we've got 3 hornpipes coming up. And a hornpipe, if you have to imagine Irish dances, we don't have any with us tonight, but
We have our imaginary.
yes, right. And the first, these are hornpipes, and they're slowish tunes. We played a couple of reels on the end of the last tune. That's fastish tunes, and but they're slow because the footwork is so fancy in the hornpipes. The first one is called Mikey Callahan's. The second one has many names. I call it Ed Conlow's because I learned it from a friend of mine named Ed Conlow, and there's many other names for it, and I can never remember them, so I just call it Ed Conlow's. It took me a long time to figure out what it was. Well, I guess I never really did. That's why I call it Ed Conlow. Mikey Callahan's, it took me a long time to figure. There's a long story behind that. And finally, a great old hornpipe, very, I think, difficult for the people playing the melody, which is not me, thank goodness. And it's called The Flowing Tide. Thank you. Yet another song, and you'll notice, you're probably saying, well, of course it's another song, because isn't that what you've been doing? Well, Irish musicians differentiate between tunes and songs. What we did, we just played some tunes. Tunes are dance tunes and don't have words. And songs are, have words. And so this is a song, and it's called Spancel Hill. It's a very famous Irish song. It's usually done very, very slowly and mournfully. But we like to do things in our own way, so we sped it up a little bit. But it is, the story behind this was written by a young man, Michael Considine, who came to America in the 1800s, like so many other Irish, to make it over to the West Coast and make it rich in the gold fields. Well, he made it as far as Boston and didn't feel well and thought he was going to die. So he wrote this poem, Spancel Hill, and sent it. Spancel Hill is a place in Ireland, and he sent it back to his girlfriend in Ireland. And then he did die. But it is an Irish song, after all.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, happy St. Patrick's Day. And Tara's going to sing this one, and it's called Spancel Hill. And we will go into a tune at the end of this, and it's a slip jig called The Kid on the Mountain.
Last night as I lay dreaming on pleasant days gone by, my mind being bent on rambling, to Ireland I did fly. I stepped on board a vision and I followed with a will, and I shortly came to anchor at the cross at Spancel Hill. Well, it being the 23rd of June, the day before the fair, when Ireland's sons and daughters in crowds assembled there, the young, the old, the brave, the bold, their duties to fulfill. There were pleasant conversations at the foot of Spancel Hill.
Well, I went to see me neighbors for to hear what they might say. The old ones were all dead and gone, the young ones turning gray. I met old Taylor Quigley, he's as bold as ever still. Sure, he used to mend me breeches when I lived at Spancel.
Visit to my first and only love. She's fair as any lily and as gentle as a dove. She threw her arms around me saying, Johnny, I love you still. Oh, she's Mac, the ranger's daughter, and the pride of Spancel Hill.
So I asked her, would she marry me, as in the days of yore? She said,
Johnny, you're only joking, as many's the time before.
The cock he crew in the morning, and he crew both loud and shrill, and I awoke in California, many miles from Spancel Hill. Thank you.
That was our first slip jig of the evening, going rumpety dumpety dumpety. And I think maybe our only slip jig of the evening. So I hope you enjoyed it, because you're not getting any more. But we do have a duet coming up next. I'll let Brad introduce.
Yes, and I first should say that this is another St. Patrick's Day, the 15th, that the Beggarmen will be together. The 11th with this ensemble. And we're not getting any younger, but we're having just as much fun. So I'm going to sing a song with Tara here. It's a traditional song, and it's sort of a, if the ladies do this, then the guys will do that. If the ladies do that, the guys will do this. And so I listened to this song, and I thought, we need some lyrics for the women. So I wrote some. So I will sing the traditional lyrics, and Tara will sing the lyrics that I've written. And hope you have fun. It's called If All the Young Maidens Were Blackbirds and Thrushes. 2, 3, 4. If all the young maidens were blackbirds and thrushes, fall diddle-all, diddle-all, diddle-lay, then all the young men would go beating the bushes, fall diddle-all, diddle-all, diddle-lay. And if all the young maidens were green rushes growing, fall diddle-all, diddle-all, diddle-lay, then all the young men would take size and go mowing, fall diddle-all, diddle-all, diddle-lay.
If all the young men were maypoles and spinning, fall diddle-all, diddle-all, diddle-lay, then all the young maidens would tie them with ribbon, fall diddle-all, diddle-all, diddle-lay. And if all the young men were rams on the mountain, fall diddle-all, diddle-all, diddle-lay, then all the young maidens would dance all about them, fall diddle-all, diddle-all, diddle-lay.
If all the young maidens were ducks on the walls, or fall diddle-all, diddle-all, diddle-lay, then all the young men would jump in and swim off their fall diddle-all, diddle-all, diddle-lay.
If all the young men were peacocks so handsome, fall diddle-all, diddle-all, diddle-lay, then all the young maidens would surely enchant them, fall diddle-all, diddle-all, diddle-lay.
If the maidens were all trout and salmon so lovely, fall diddle-all, diddle-all, diddle-lay, then all the young men would go fishing on Friday, fall diddle-all, diddle-all, diddle-lay. And if all the young maidens were hares on the mountain, fall diddle-all, diddle-all, diddle-lay, young men with their hounds would be out without counting, fall diddle-all, diddle-all, diddle-lay.
If all the young men were bonfires a-blazing, fall diddle-all, diddle-all, diddle-lay, the maidens would all go a-leaping and twirling, fall diddle-all, diddle-all, diddle-lay. And if all the young men were ships on the ocean, fall diddle-all, diddle-all, diddle-lay, the maidens would all come on board and be captain, fall diddle-all, diddle-all, diddle-lay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And thank you for sharing your St. Patrick's Day with us. We know there's lots of things to do on St. Patrick's Day, and here you are at the Coralville, the beautiful Coralville Performing Arts Center. So thank you for making that choice. We're in our very own neighborhood here. We could have walked if we didn't have so much gear to bring. And in case I forget later, I just want to say thank you so much to Evan and Nancy and all the great people here that make all the events happen at the CCPA, our awesome sound person today, Rachel. And lots more fun to be had. I understand there are some delicious drink and food specials in the lobby during intermission, some corned beef sliders and cookies and brownies and stout and all kinds of things. So definitely stick around, and there's lots more fun to be had. But Brad, I was stalling because, as you see, Brad likes to play all of the instruments in Ireland. And he was unstrapping from his uilleann pipes, the Irish bagpipes, and we're about to play a tune of his composition.
That's right. This is a tune called Lanoan Sacoil, which means couple in the forest in Irish. Hope you like it.
Brad Poulsen, Lano and Sequoia, the couple in the forest. What they're doing there, nobody knows.
That's true. All right, we're going to push on with another piece of mine. It's a song I wrote recently. It's called The Pearl of Ballybray. And here you go. I think apparently we're not that close. So it turns out this song is set in County Tipperary, and I'll be heading to Ireland in May to visit my son in Cork. He's studying there for the semester. And it just turns out I'm getting a new set of bagpipes, which you saw me playing, and the maker lives in County Tipperary. So there you go.
It's all connected.
Right. Sir William is the Lord of Ballybray. He has a son and daughters 3. The youngest daughter is a pearl so fair, and she is my sweet Nancy. It's in the blacksmith trade that I do toil, and shoe and horses is my lot. But I would gladly shoe 1,000 more for the girl who has stole my heart. And it's hey-ho, drinks all round me, boys. Raise your glasses high. For tonight Lord William's daughter rides with me, and by morning married we'll be. My love for Nancy, oh, I did declare. Her hand in marriage I did seek. But the Lord and Lady would not have it so. My company they barred her to keep. But water finds its way through every crack, and true love is likewise the same. So it's on the morrow we'll meet in Cashel town, and be wed by the Friar of Drumbane. And it's hey-ho, drinks all round me, boys. Raise your glasses high. For tonight Lord William's daughter rides with me, and by morning married we'll be. Potter's Hill I waited for my love, till the chapel pealed midnight's bell. 'Twas then my Nancy on her mare I spied, and in anguish to me did tell. Her father set his men upon our trail, horsemen fit out with sword and bow. O'er the Galtee mountains they will ride, they will search for us high and low. And it's hey-ho, drinks all round me, boys. Raise your glasses high. For tonight Lord William's daughter rides with me, and by morning married we'll be. Not my darling, for this night we'll ride with speed on paths I know full well. At dawn's first blush we'll meet in Cashel town, and we'll have a story to tell. With haste we rode in deepest secrecy, on mountain roads as darkness fled. We joined our hands and hearts in Cashel town, and by the friar of Jumbane we were wed. And it's hey-ho, drinks all round me, boys. Raise your glasses high. Now the Pearl of Ballybray is my bride, and she'll ne'er be taken from my side. Thank you.
Brad Poulsen. And actually, so Keith is about to sing us a song, but we generally forget to introduce ourselves until like after we're heading home. So while I'm thinking about it, I'd love to introduce you to here on the end, playing the bodhrán, my husband Joe Dutcher. Woo. And next to Joe here, playing the uilleann pipes and the mandolin and the low whistle and the high whistle and the flute, and writing and arranging and singing a lot of our songs, including the last one, which if you noticed had a happy ending. Turns out in Irish music, if you want it to have a happy ending, you have to write it yourself. Brad Poulsen. And on my other side here, playing guitar and also singing and arranging and writing a lot of our songs, the wonderful Keith Reins.
And right next to me, playing the fiddle and singing and writing some songs as well, is Tara McGovern. And this next song is called The Jolly Plowboys. And there are a lot of old songs about people being jolly at work. You know, there's the jolly Beggarmen, for one. There is the jolly Ranger, not to be confused with the Jolly Rancher, that candy you might be familiar with. The Jolly Tinker is another song that we do sometimes. And this is about the jolly, well, these are the Jolly Plowboys, or Plowmen. Plowboys, I guess, and there's a Jolly Plowboy singular. That's a totally different song altogether.
Not the Jolly Doughboys.
The thing is, there just aren't many people writing songs these days about being happy at work. I don't see.
Take this job and shove it.
That's right. Yeah, that's it. More is that kind of song, or the one about the guy who steals one part to a Cadillac at the auto factory every day and puts it all together. But it used to be people were just happy to have a job, I guess. And this is one of them, the Jolly Plowboys.
It may be worth mentioning that the person glorifying work in the band just retired.
That's right. Easy for me to say. Yeah. I realize that.
He does seem to be enjoying it a lot.
A lot, yeah. 'Twas early one morning, at the break of the day, the farmer came to us, and this he did say, "Come rise up, my fellows, with the best of goodwill. Your horses need something their bellies to fill." When 4 o'clock comes, me boys, it's up we do rise, and off to the stables we merrily flies, with a rubbin' and a scrubbin' our horses we go. We are all jolly fellows that follows the plow. And when 6 o'clock comes, me boys, for breakfast we meet, and cold beef and pork we do heartily eat, with a piece in our pockets. To the fields we do go, we are all jolly fellows that follows the plow. La da da la da 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 la da 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 la da 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 la da 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 la da 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 la da da la da 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 la da 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 la da 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 la da 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 la da 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 da. Well, then up came the farmer, and this he did say, what have you been doing this long summer day? Ah, you've not plowed your acre. I'll swear and I'll vow, you are all lazy fellows that follows the plow. Well, then up spoke our carter, and this he did cry, ah, we've all plowed our acres. You tell us a lie, ah, we've all plowed our acre. I'll swear and I'll vow, we are all jolly fellows that follows the plow. La da da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da da da, la da da da, la da da da, la da da, la da 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 da, la da da da, la da da da, la da da da, la da da da. Well, then up spoke the farmer. He laughed at the joke, said it's gone 2:30, boys. It's time to unyoke. So unharness your horses and rub them down well, and I'll give you a jug of my very best ale. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. Everybody, la da da da, la da 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 da, la da da da. Sing along, la da da da, la da da da, la da da da, la da da da, la da 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 da, la da da da, la da da da, la da da da, la da da da. That was great. So come all you young plowboys, where'er you may be, come take this advice and be ruled by me. Never fear any master, where'er you may go. We are all jolly fellows that follows the plow. We are all jolly fellows that follows the plow. We are all jolly fellows that follows the plow. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We're going to do one more set of tunes for you, the kind without words, as you have learned. And then go get yourself some snacks and some drinks. And we also have CDs available in the lobby. All 3 of our albums are out there. And credit cards are accepted because we're fancy here at the Coralville Performing Arts Center. But I hope you're enjoying yourselves. And please stick around. We have a lot more music. And here comes some a jig and some reels, in case anyone's keeping track. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll get some treats and we'll see you in a little while. So we have some jigs here to start us off the second half. That was some nice snacks. We got some snacks backstage. The ushers are treating us very well, I must say. So thank you, CCPA, for taking good care of all of us here. And we've got plenty more fun tunes for you.
So these are 3 jigs that we played a long time ago, and then we sort of forgot about them, and probably about a year ago, in fact, maybe at St. Patrick's Day, we were looking for some new stuff, and we played these and thought, wow, why did we ever stop playing those? So it's just 3 nice little jigs. The first one's called The Hole in the Hedge. The second one is called Seamus Coolies. And the third one is called The Rolling Waves.
Yeah, these first 2 are always put together in traditional Irish music for some reason unknown to myself, but we thought we'd be rebels and put a third tune in there.
Thank you. Tara and I have been working on a project called Folk Songs You Never Sang in Grade School. And I've got a website for that. And if you just Google Folk Songs You Never Sang, then it'll come up. And it started out while I was still working. I used to teach English at Kirkwood Community College in Cedar Rapids, and it was kind of a little mini sabbatical called an endowed faculty fellowship. And it gave me some released time to work on a project. And so what I did was I researched a lot of old songs that I've known for a long time and wrote a series of essays about them. So on the website you can find those essays. The essays are linked to web content, such as different people playing these songs, the different versions of the songs, and some of the research that I did as well. And this is one of the songs from that collection. Tara and I were just in Chicago last weekend working on a recording of this, which will be available maybe in the summer. And this is a song called Daily Growing. And if you go to that website, Folk Songs You Never Sang in Grade School, among other things you can find is an old video of Donovan playing it on the Bobby Gentry show. You don't see that one every day. But this is a sad song. Well, it doesn't start out sad. It just gets that way eventually. And it's based on a true incident of a young man who was married to an older woman, old being their age differences being he was about 14 and she was about 22, which was kind of old back in those days. So this is Daily Growing. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The trees, they do grow high, and the leaves, they do grow green. Many is the time my true love I've seen. Many is the hour I have watched him all alone. He's young,
But he is daily growing.
Father, dear Father, you've done me great wrong. You have married me to a boy who is too young. I am twice 12 and he's but 14. He's young,
But he is daily growing. Daughter, dear daughter, I've done you no wrong. I have married you to a brave Lord's son. He will be a man for you when I am dead and gone. He's young, but he is daily growing.
Father, dear Father, if you do see fit, we'll send him off to college for another year yet. We'll tie a blue ribbon all around his waist to let the maidens know that he is married. One day I was looking o'er my father's castle wall. I spied all the boys there a-playing with a ball. And my own true love, he was the flower of them all. He's young, but he is daily growing.
Early in the morning at the break of day, or they crept into the green field for to have some sport and play. And what they did there she never would declare, but she never more complained of his growing. At the age of 14,
he was a married man.
at the age of 15,
The father of my son.
at the age of 16,
His grave it grew green, and death had put an end to his growing.
I'll buy my love some flannel, I'll make my love a shroud. Every stitch I put in it, the tears they will pour down. Every stitch I put in it, how the tears will flow.
Cruel fate has put an end to his growing.
Thank you. Now we've got a song by one of my favorite musicians, singers, guitar players, English singer, Kate Rusby. Oh, is she? Oh, Tara just told me she's a fiddler. I didn't know that. And fiddler, Kate Rusby. This is a song called The Sleepless Sailor. And we put this together with an Irish tune, an Irish waltz, I guess it would be, called Munster Cloak. I once was a sailor, a young man and brave. Da-dee-dum-day, da-dee-dum-dee. My nights were once sleepless, my peace I did crave. Carry me home to the sea. Da-dee-dum-day, da-dee-dum-dee. Drift away, sailor boys, on the deep sea. Worry no more, for you're safe now with me. Rest in my arms and my sweet melody. One night as I'm stood on the deck in the rain, da-dee-dum-day, da-dee-dum-dee, I heard a sweet voice and she's calling my name. Carry me home to the sea. Da-dee-dum-day, da-dee-dum-dee. Drift away, sailor boys, on the deep sea. Worry no more, for you're safe now with me. Rest in my arms and my sweet melody. Oh, rock me so gently, now ocean so deep. Da-dee-dum-day, da-dee-dum-dee. I wish I was back, 'cause I think I can't sleep. Carry me home to the sea. Da-dee-dum-day, da-dee-dum-dee. Drift away, sailor boys on the deep sea. Worry no more, for you're safe now with me. Rest in my arms, in my sweet melody. Thank you very much.
All right, we've got that all worked out now. I actually have one more thank you that I would really like to thank Eric at Coral Vision, the Coralville Public Access Channel, who is here videotaping this for our later viewing pleasure, and his super adorable production team of his little son and daughter that came with him today. So thank you, Eric, and your family. And we're going to push on with some more tunes. We have a Strathspey coming up because we need to get another Scottish tune in there. Can I hear it for the Scottish tunes?
There's actually 2 Scottish tunes in this set.
That's true. Actually, yes. Which ones are you meaning? Because Miss McLeod's is also Scottish.
That's right.
Okay.
And Munro's right.
Right. Miss McLeod is a tune that we actually know the composer. It's the great Scottish fiddler Neil Gow composed this tune, Miss McLeod's. And if you listen to old time music, you might know this tune as Thank You. I've got my plant in the audience. Thank you. Uncle Joe. Hop up, my ladies, I think, too.
Can I get an A real quick? dee dum da dee dum da dee dum dee dee da dee da dee da dee da skiddy dum da dee dum da dee dee da dee da dee da skiddy dum da dee da dee dum dee da dee da. Sorry about the pipe blowout there.
It's one exciting thing about playing the pipes. I get to watch this happen. There was one time we were in the Englert, and he was pumping on the bellows, because that's how you know, not like the Scottish pipes where you have to blow into it. You pump with your elbow, which is kind of fun because you have to use your other elbow to squeeze it back. I get to watch it. It's entertaining. At one point, he was pumping the bellows, and it was so dry out that the little thing, the valve that holds the air in the bag that he pumps, shot across the stage. And you know, and I kind of zone out while I'm playing. I'm kind of like this, and all of a sudden you just see this like thing. I'm just like, what just happened? And you look over, and there's no sound coming out of the pipes because he just lost the only thing that holds pressure inside the instrument. So it's always exciting. You never know what's going to happen.
That's one way to describe it,
Yeah.
Joel. Oh my God is another. What are we doing here? Us. Yes, we are.
All right, we're going to slow it down a little bit and do a song that I don't remember learning. I don't ever remember not knowing this song. The only time I've never been able to sing it is when my mother is present in the room, in the audience, and she's not here today. So I have confidence that I will remember all the words. This is a song it's a really old song, but it was really popular in the 70s and in the 80s when I was a wee thing. And my mother had this tape, this cassette in our Chevette in Los Angeles where we lived, where I sat upon the plastic seats and got stuck and listened over and over to this Dedanen album, a great band, Dedanen. And this beautiful singer, Mary Black, sings this song. It's called The Song for Ireland. And if you've ever been to Ireland or if you've ever been anywhere that you long to go back to, this is a song for you. And this is a song that unites us all because we all have a memory of a place that we love. So I sing this for you. Walking all the day near tall towers where falcons build their nests. Silver wing they fly, they know the call for freedom in their breasts. Saw black head against the sky with twisted rocks that run down to the sea. Living on your western shore, saw summer sunsets, asked for more. I stood by your Atlantic sea and sang a song for Ireland. Drinking all the day in hot pubs where fiddlers love to play. Someone touched her bow, she played a reel that seemed so grand and gay. Stood on Dingle Beach and cast in wild foam for Atlantic bass. Living on your western shore, saw summer sunsets, asked for more. I stood by your Atlantic sea and sang a song for Ireland. Talking all the day with true friends who try to make you stay, telling jokes and news, singing songs to pass the time away. Watch the Galway salmon run like silver, dancing, darting in the sun. Living on your western shore, saw summer sunsets, asked for more. I stood by your Atlantic sea and sang a song for Ireland. I saw a land where no one had to fight. Waking in your dawn, I saw you crying in the morning light. Lying where the falcons fly, they twist and turn in your air blue sky. Living on your western shore, saw summer sunsets, asked for more. I stood by our Atlantic sea and sang a song for Ireland. I sang a song for Ireland. Right, he's strapping himself back into the pipes.
We've got some reels coming up, and the first one is an old favorite of mine. I learned from a local musician named Guy Dollinger. Some of you may know him. The Donegal Reel. And then I liked it so much I wrote a tune specifically to go after the Donegal Reel, and so I named it The One That Comes After It. And then another great old session tune, another reel called The Otter's Holt, H-O-L-T, and if you didn't know, the Holt is the name of the place where an otter lives. Thank you.
We're winding down. We have a few more songs in us. Brad has a beautiful story about how he collected the next song.
I feel like I have a costume change in between every number.
Now he's gonna tap dance.
That's right. Yeah, I'm going to sing a song that I collected from a book of Irish folk songs called Sam Henry's Songs of the People. And Sam Henry was a chap who went around in the early part of the last century in mostly Northern Ireland. He would go to the little villages and collect songs that the people were singing, you know, in their own pubs and whatnot. And then he had a weekly column up in Belfast, I believe, in the newspaper, and he would transcribe these in his column every week so people could have the latest, you know, folk song of the day or whatever. And this wonderful song was one of those, and it was written by a fellow named George Barnett, and County Antrim, I believe, and he went by the name of Wee Geordie because his father was also George and much bigger than he was, apparently. And Geordie was a bit of a Renaissance man. He was a poet and a songwriter and an anthropologist and a sort of cultural historian, all wrapped up in one, and a farmer on top of that. So this is a town he grew up in called Owen Ray. As I went to walking one morning in June, down by the lands where the wild roses bloom, and by the meadows and over the brae, where the wild winds were blooming by bonny Owen Ray. My thoughts were of comrades long absent from home, and of the paths where we used for to roam, and of the causes which took them away from the bonny wild roses which bloom at Owen Ray. 'Tis the soil which is barren, and the climate is cold, and there was but little of silver or gold, their pockets to fill or their toil to repay, which caused them to wander from bonny Owen Ray. I fancied them back where the green shamrocks grow, I fancied them back in the meadows below, but to the wild winds all abloom on the brae, they may never return to bonny Owen Ray. Tis at the same place I still have my old home, and on the same paths I delight for to roam, and to think of the comrades so far, far away from the bonny wild roses which bloom at Owen Ray. Yet the roses may wither, but what of the gold? 'Tis only a moment we have it to hold. Do riches give pleasure? Does beauty cause pain? I'll wait for the bonny wild roses again.
So Tara's going to sing us a song next. This is one she wrote, and there's a tune in here. One of my, I believe it's the Kerfunken jig, which is by Hammy Hamilton. It's probably one of the best named. I mean, there's a lot of good tune names, but the Kerfunken is up there. It's really quite a good one, and so that one's kind of interwoven through the song.
I'm a little partial to Granny Hold the Candlestick Steady While I Shave the Chicken's Upper Lip as a tune name myself.
Yeah.
But Kerfunken's pretty good.
Kerfunken's still up there. Yeah, that one came from Amsterdam. Just so we know where the origin of that was, and it was a trip from an Irish guy to Amsterdam, and he came back with shaven chicken lips. So.
On that note. We begin at the end. What's broken is stronger after the mend. The stories are true. The magic was waiting until we believed we were through. There's no dawn without nightfall, no wrong without right. There's no depth without shadow, no shadow without light. I can still see you there, stars in your eyes and rain in your hair. When she called your name, that was the moment we'd never again be the same. It's the universal story. It's morning after night. There's no depth without shadow, no shadow without light. It's a circle, not a line. I never was yours, and you never were mine. I want you to know I pushed you away, but I never imagined you'd go. Don't let me go. There's no dawn without nightfall, no wrong without right. There's no depth without shadow, no shadow without light. Thanks again so much for coming and spending your St. Patrick's Day with us. We really appreciate you taking the time to come and support this awesome institution, the Coralville Center for the Performing Arts. I think I finally got the name right that time. And we hope to see you again sometime. We play a lot around these parts. And another big thank you to Evan and Nancy and Rachel in the sound booth and all the awesome volunteers, Eric who worked with us, and all of you for coming and spending your evening with us. So we've got one more thing for you, and then off you go. Enjoy your weekend.
In Newry town I was bred and born. In Stephen's Green now I lie in scorn. I served me time at the saddler's trade. I always was a roving blade. I always was a roving blade. At 17 I took a wife. I loved her dearer than I loved me life. And so to keep her both fine and gay, I went out robbing on the King's Highway. I went out robbing on the King's Highway. I've never robbed a poor man yet, nor lately caused anyone to fret. But I have robbed lords and ladies fine, and have carried the gold home to me heart's delight. I've carried the gold home to me heart's delight. I've robbed Lord Baldwin, I do declare, and Lady Mansell up in Grosvenor Square. I shut me shutters and bade them good night, and I've carried the gold home to me heart's delight. I've carried the gold home to me heart's delight. To Covent Garden I made my way, with me dear wife for to see the play. Lord Fielding's man there did me pursue, and I was taken by that cursed crew. Yes, I was taken by that cursed crew. My father cried, oh me darling son. My wife she sighed, now I am done. My mother tore her grey locks and cried, it's in the cradle I should have died. It's in the cradle I should have died. When I am dead and look to my grave, a flashy funeral parade let me have. 6 highwaymen for to carry me. Oh, give 'em broadswords and sweet liberty. Oh, give 'em broadswords and sweet liberty. 6 pretty maidens to bear my pall. Give them white garlands and ribbons all. And when I'm dead, they will speak the truth. He was a wild and wicked youth. I was a wild and wicked youth. Thank you. Thank you.